I really got to make a better intro for that thing.
That's
like the most generic public school thing that ever existed right there. So, what's up, y'all? Mo, you're still muted. I can unmute. I think I unmuted you. I think you're good now. So, what's up, gang?
Now we can hear.
Professor Shivy Brooks is a little bit late. He's getting here.
For you.
Climbing into the tree.
What else is new?
So, well, what's going on? Give it like a quick update. I mean, Lex, I tried not to ask too many questions on the front end because they say like when they do radio interviews, they say like save it for the broadcast or save for the radio or something like that. Yeah. What's been going on? Somebody.
Principal Bo.
You all right? Are you surviving?
Are you surviving?
Yes. Barely. I'm tired, but school is school. I mean, honestly, you can't complain. Like the first couple weeks have been pretty smooth. And the kids are being kids, but all in all, it's not too bad.
Nothing like surprising happening going down at school or what?
I mean, I haven't worn a costume yet, so this is the longest I've gone into the school year without wearing a costume. So,
is there a reason for this? Do you just not have the right outfit? I mean, what's the deal?
Well, I mean, I did prepare. I purchased a number of inflatables over the summer because they were on sale, but inflatables are hot. Hey, twin.
What up?
Inflatables are hot. And so it's still kind of warm. So I don't know if I'm ready to like bust out the inflatables yet. So that's really why.
Think about that. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're very hot.
Interesting. Lex, how's your year going so far?
I don't know where to go.
My year has been the hardest 4 days of my life.
I think you've been in for 4 days. I've been in for like 4 weeks.
I know.
I can't wait till I get to the 4-week mark, especially for kindergarten. The first month and a half is just slow death.
These kindergartners are something else. I was like, I don't know none of the kids' names yet because they're all new. So I was like, oh, sweetheart, how are you today? The little boy was like, my name's not sweetheart. I know that, but baby, I don't know your real one yet.
Said I got a name, sis.
Exactly. He said, my name is.
They gonna let you know, okay?
Bro, I feel like I wouldn't forget that kid's name if that happened.
At least won't forget their face.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh. But it's week. I'm starting week 3. So I'm in week 3.
4 days.
Shiv, how's your year going so far?
Unreal, honestly.
In what way? Because I could go a lot of different ways.
No, like listen, like in all the ways, right? Which is what makes it unreal. Like, I look, transparently, I went into this school year kind of like, man, this might be the last school year, like kind of going in like this is the victory lap, like kind of with that kind of energy, like transparently. And then first day of school, like did not have the best day ever. Like first day of school had one of those.
Me either.
Oh, you want me to quit today? Like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay, right. And I went home and I prayed about it. I thought about it. I decided I was, muddling over like, how do I respond to this? And you know how it go, man. You get tried and you come up with all the scenarios of how you can answer the try, right? And I had made a decision. I saw this video, man. I wish I could remember this influencer's name. He like teaches you how to like respond to confrontation like in the professional world or whatever, right? I can't remember this guy's name. It's going to kill me that I can't reference him. But anyway, he said like when you're dealing with people who are contentious in the workplace or basically like your haters, like what you do is you just be like overkind, right? Like be like the opposite of what they really deserve. And so I decided I would do that. And then what that ended up doing was gave me the idea to create a video. And then this video goes viral. And then like it's all this positive energy. And it just completely changed morale, the climate. It changed everything at my school. I'm talking about, you know, folks who weren't even talking to each other before are like talking to each other, like people who was, you know, walking with the drag booty energy all the time are now coming in with a little, they got a little razzle dazzle in their step now, you know, and that for me has been like the best part of all of it. Like I'm just kind of grateful, like it kind of was feeling like a drag the first week to come back into the school building. And I think that's true for a lot of veterans, right? Like, don't let a good veteran ruin your school, man. Like, you know, or should I say a miserable veteran, not a good veteran, right? And so to see, yeah, man, to see the veterans,
that's a word right there, right? That's someone needed to hear that. Like, don't let a veteran that is miserable ruin your year. So, yeah. And so I'm seeing some folks like come in with much more positive energy. And so I'm grateful to, like, I don't know, man, be a conduit for that moment to happen. So that's why I say it's been unreal. It's been like very positive, and good. I'm gonna mute my camera for a second. I gotta get this light right. I'm looking purple over here. I don't know what's going on. I thought that was the look you were going for. It was like
I thought that was what you were going for, like the Knowlej cone with the purple and the yellow.
Yeah, no, it's given like YouTube streamers.
I feel like it's like an R. Kelly music video.
No,
you're gonna cancel.
DJ, I know.
Can't say R. Kelly.
No, you can't. No.
Oh, all right.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You're gonna get us canceled.
We can't.
So in other news,
canceled.
In other news,
Bro.
Shivy, are you referring to the black male educator post? Is that what the one was that hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was the black male educator post. It did like some numbers or what have you, which was really cool. But I thought like the coolest thing was like to see men in other schools like recreate. I wanted to see more of it, you know, like I wanted to see more of that. But yeah, that was absolutely awesome.
I mean, it's not too late. It's not too late.
No, it's not. And actually what I'm going to do.
I thought I was going to do it, but I only got 4 people, but go ahead.
It would have been a quick one. You just got to put it in slow motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your 15 seconds out of it. No, I'm going to visit the campus of Morehouse. And they have a organization called Code House there, and it's a bunch of black coders who attend Morehouse who are part of this organization. And so I'm going to create a video for them. And I think like it gave me the idea of like highlighting black men in underrepresented spaces, and just kind of, you know, it seems to be energy for that. And not for nothing, if not for the ladies. All right, I don't know if these posts would do what they doing, but the ladies
saw they was like, who's single in the crew?
They are shopping the videos.
Yes.
They are window shopping in the videos. But that's very interesting. You ladies out there who like to consume that content.
That's a whole conversation right there. But
it is a whole conversation. But we got, speaking of shopping. This is a terrible segue, by the way.
Right. No, that was smooth. Go ahead. It's better than my R. Kelly segue. Go ahead.
Because there were some other people shopping for someone else. And let's talk about some hot topics in education. And let's start it off strong with Teacher Bay.
Oh God, this is what we're doing?
I didn't know what this was. I'm so out of the loop.
Top of the list.
So there is a lot of talk on social media right now. And if you're wondering why people are suddenly having all these conversations about professional dress, what teachers used to look like when they were in school and all of that, it's now thanks to Teacher Bay. Not the initial Teacher Bay. This is like Teacher Bay 2.0. Yeah. Because remember, there was another Teacher Bay like a few years ago. Correct.
This teacher bae got the stiletto pumps in the club, eh?
Yeah. I mean,
do I want to Google this?
Go ahead. You know, you can look at it. It's available on Instagram, especially on TikTok. There are a lot of TikTok think pieces.
They going in.
They're going in. And so it evokes the conversation of one, what what is considered to be professional dress. Like, a lot of people, since we returned back from COVID, teachers have really vocalized that dress codes need to be more relaxed for teachers. Like, it's not that serious. As long as I'm presentable, like, it doesn't matter if I wear jeans on Monday, like that whole thing. But the thing is that she's doing like way more than that. She is wearing clothes that is not considered professional in any environment, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Shivy is trying to.
I know. Why are you holding your phone?
What does she have?
Clutching my pearls.
Is it a single individual? Is that the name of the person, or
yes,
is this like a theme?
It's like the name everybody gave to.
No. She called herself that. She called herself that. That's how it started. She called herself that.
Does she have a rationale as to why she does this? Is it like a reason? Is it a protest? Is it?
I can draw some conclusions. I don't know if we should say it here, but
she hasn't said like what it is or why she's doing it.
Mm-mm.
All right, I didn't know if it was like it's a women's empowerment or
I know.
don't know.
Good answer. Good answer.
I guess the ones on
Good answer.
You get on my nerves. But yeah, I wish we could show a picture. Like, if we could, like, I don't know if that's allowed. Hold on, because we new to this whole thing, so I don't know if we can show people.
I'm sure you reference a picture. I mean, listen, yo, I gotta like all things. I have a lot of fun. All right, first off, shout out to my sis, Patrice Brown, original Tracy, original Teacher Bay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Atlanta educators. But she was like one of the first to like go viral. On like I guess one would say a contour dress or whatever you want to call it or whatever.
Bodycon, actually, that's the correct term.
Get me together. Okay. So
always
you in here body conning. They out here body conning, and whatnot. So it is what it is. Right? Like, look. I will say this, a couple things. I don't know what it is about the education profession, but like we tend to be over-sexualized or sexualized in the first place. All right. Like, and this is coming from.
I mean, I do.
Hold on, wait. So we gonna act like there's not a teacher fetish? Like that's not a thing?
No, it is. Especially if it's somebody that's like attractive and can like halfway dress, especially if it's a man. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so like we just got off to talk about how the video went viral, and we know why the video went viral, right? So like,
so you see how my segue worked, though.
Yeah. I see what you did there. We gotta give it up. Yeah. I'm gonna finger snap, but yeah. Like, no, for sure. I think here's the reality. So I think like teachers are susceptible to being sexualized when that's not even on the table in the first place, right? And I'm coming from the perspective of like, let's be transparent. Like, I was voted a Teacher Bay in the Shade Room, 2019, 2018, whenever that was, right? Young teacher, right? That essentially what is the we find you to be the attractive educator. So like, what other profession for real are like people being like a list for the sexiest plumbers, the list for the sexiest, like it don't happen to other places. So there's that. B, I think some things are a little bit pushing the envelope than other that I've seen from said individual, right? I'm just me personally. I'm not going to comment on a woman's attire, especially a black woman's attire. Just me personally, I'm gonna just lay that down right there. Right, I'm gonna let y'all gather your own and handle business on your side of the street.
I'm proud of you, Shivy.
Yes.
Hey, smart man over here.
Smart man. He not about to be on the shade room.
Oh no, y'all not about to clip me. You're not about to clip me on the teacher bay conversation. No.
Just be careful, y'all.
Big shout out to
what you
Patrice
wear
again, man.
to work.
Mhm.
Okay.
No.
OG.
What? So, Lex and Mo, what do you think about? I'm taking this in. I didn't even know it existed.
Like, what's that?
I feel like this has not hit my algorithm. And
This is strike two.
I'm not on this side of Teacher Graham.
Exactly. But CJ, this is strike two. First it was R. Kelly, now it's this. Like, come on, you gotta.
What? I didn't even say anything this time.
Ouch.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna see if we could. All right, boom. This is Exhibit A. This is one of the first ones that went viral.
That's the first one.
Right. So sis had on the blouse and a pencil skirt with the stilettos. Right. First off, for the record, I don't even be wanting to wear Jordan 1s on them hard school floors. I don't even want to wear Jordan 1s.
Yeah, how do you wear heels all day? It's a big question.
A real one.
Why y'all be wearing heels all day?
So the manager in me is that it's not even the heels, it's the open toe, because there are so many liabilities in a school where you can hurt your foot.
Stepping on your feet. And
Let's talk about. I'll have a conversation about practicality here.
It's a no for me, dog. Like I tell people, like, listen, if you're going to wear stiletto pumps and all that other stuff, you do it at your own risk. Like,
okay, so in full transparency,
it's not safe.
I'm going to leave interpretations for this one up to you guys, but this is Exhibit B.
Oh yeah, no. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Okay. So there are some things that I think are up for, like, there's a little like subjectivity there. But then there's some things that, like, some outfits, it's like they would not be considered professional in any industry. Well, I'll take that back. In certain industries, like most professional industries, the daytime industries would not be.
I'm sorry. What? This is Atlanta, ma'am. I don't know. You got to specify there, ma'am.
I know.
Like
so
the DMV?
We have a lot of daytime eateries.
And that's the thing. Just because you went to Fashion Nova and you clicked on the office options does not mean that it's going to be appropriate for the office.
I wasn't ready.
No. What if there's?
And that's coming from the admin. Okay,
they got an office option
listen to the principal.
Listen. Clock it. I want to say like 30% of my suits are from Fashion Nova, but you wouldn't know that because I get the one. Yeah.
She professional with it.
Fashion Nova be trapping office wear. They got thirst trap office wear.
Yes, they have thirst trap office wear, and they have regular office wear.
They look, and sis is smart. Hey sis, holla at your boy, man. This is what you do. We reach out to Fashion Nova and we get a teacher bay line for Fashion Nova, and we just run the, you know what I'm saying? Just run the play.
Run the play.
Run the play. That's the point.
Listen, I support teacher entrepreneurialism. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
I like where this is going.
yeah, get the bag, sis.
Yeah.
Don't let them dissuade you. You know what you're doing.
I'm the reason I asked with those folks if they said anything was like, it's to me, it's like, what do you want to communicate to your students? So I had a kid asking me the other day if I'm going to get, so my school doesn't get dressed up.
Damn,
right?
CJ, you're just going to get deep with it now, huh?
Well, I wasn't sure. Like, but my only other question was like, well, maybe there's like an air conditioning problem in the school, right? Like maybe it's just really hot. Like if you're in Atlanta, like if there's no air conditioning, it's like,
yo, I feel you.
CJ, I don't have air conditioning and I wear suits.
But that's why you don't wear
and you wear inflated suits
anymore. Yeah.
I wear inflated suits and business suits.
You know,
ain't no contour in that.
Well, unless it's a contour inflatable suit, like a dinosaur.
We're going off on tangents.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
But you know, there's a place. I have another segue. I'm still in CJ's job.
Do it.
You
Do it.
better segue
There
it,
is
girl.
there is a place where you don't have to worry about professional conference attire.
Like nudist colonies?
Do tell.
TJ, what is
See, look,
you
now
on
you
today,
just
bro? You out of pocket today.
you out of pocket. Oh my
Okay,
God, I was trying to plug
somebody in-
Knowlej Con early.
Let that man.
Oh,
Somebody in
I didn't
the
know we were
chat-
going there. I thought it was all right.
Yes.
Yo,
need
somebody in
notes.
the chat said, I find that education industry has the loosest dress code for staff and students. Not everywhere
Loosest?
you
I
go.
don't know.
Not
I don't
everywhere you
know.
go, because honey, we can't wear jeans
Ooh.
unless we pay.
Ooh.
They do that in Jersey.
Jersey, well,
So-
yes.
When I was
So,
in Jersey,
I've heard of that in like southern states, like I'm below the considered, Maryland's considered to be below the Mason-Dixon line. So but North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, like I hear that more frequently in those states,
the
especially
South, yeah,
because because they're not union states. So
Mhm.
I feel like that they take advantage of not being unionized, whereas
I
in
think
Maryland
it's
they're
your board
unionized.
though. It's really it comes down
Yeah.
to your board and your administration. Like
Yeah.
literally, one of the first things that I worked to do coming in as a board member in Atlanta was to loosen the dress code for teachers. Like
Mhm.
because to me it's just outrageous. Like my whole presence as an educator is a buck on the dress code, right? Like we're not supposed to wear hats in the buildings and all of those things. But also let me say this.
No,
But you wear
sombreros.
sombreros though.
No sombreros allowed.
yes,
You wear a
found the
different
loop.
kind of hat.
Okay.
he found the loophole. That was the loophole.
Your hat is cultural relevance.
Right. Right. So exactly. They tell you not to, but then like you do cool stuff, and next thing you know, you on the news next to the superintendent wearing your hat in the school, and ain't nobody saying nothing about
Say
nothing.
nothing about it.
Not the team, right? Not the team. So it's just like I feel like honestly, I was having a conversation. I don't want to out anybody, but I was having a conversation with a teacher today who was kind of talking about how frustrated they were with how the curriculum was set up. They teach fourth grade, and they were like, basically, we get a set amount of time that we got to get through certain things. And if, the kids don't finish in time, it is what it is. They get a grade based upon that. And we got to keep it moving. Right. And I was just like, well, dang, like, are you actually getting a proper assessment of like if the kid knows the thing or not?
Nope.
If it's just based upon time. And it's like, oh, well, that kind of is what it is. And I'm like, well, that's not good. Like, that doesn't make sense. So it's like, okay, so we're just going to stay regimented to what they tell us to do, even to a fault, even when we know it causes harm, even when we know, like, you're gonna have a kid who's gifted with like a D or a C because you're gonna be on that. Like, at some point, teachers got to know when to break the rules in favor of doing what is right by kids.
And that's a hard thing to teach. I had someone ask me on my live feed the other day. They said they have a very scripted curriculum, and the kids were the kids that they had were like way below level, and so they were told, nope, just keep teaching the curriculum, just keep it on grade level. And I said that makes about as much sense as saying a regular, like a 15-year-old should be able to bench press a certain amount of weight. Just bench press it. And then it's like, I literally cannot get the bar off of the stand even, but we're just going to, like, all you're going to do is strangle yourself, right? All we're going to do is make kids hate learning even more because we're teaching curriculum and we're not teaching kids.
Woo!
And then that just perpetuates the cycle, right? Like,
period.
So, yeah.
And then we worry about things like dress, but we're not worrying about the things like when y'all speaking about these school supplies, you speaking up about these classroom setups, but
because we can get teachers to fall in line, we can't get students to fall in line, right? And so the teachers are the easier battle. Because I can tell a teacher I'm going to fire you. I tell a kid you're going to get kicked out. I don't care. I already don't even want to be here anyway. So what?
And there's a lot going on, y'all. And we need y'all to speak up about those things. Not the things like because people be going in on the clothes and on the school supplies and on the classroom setup and on the carpets and on what the teacher said. But you're not talking about these school safety and the shooting that is happening up in the schools. You ain't up at the boardroom to deal with that. We need to really think about the things that really matter.
Right.
And being more involved with that and the safety of what's going on in schools.
Mm-hmm.
Not with gun violence, but also like behaviors. Like it's a rough city inside some of these schools. And
also, people need to be outraged about this new education budget, like that they're trying to get passed. Like there are a lot of bigger fish to fry.
Talk about it. Tell them about what's going on
for people that don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, so they are trying to significantly cut Title I funding. So if you don't know what Title I funding is, and we're speaking eduese, Title I funding is funding that is supplemental for specific schools in certain areas that serve students of a certain socioeconomic status, mostly students who are in poverty or areas where there are high concentrations of poverty in those areas. And so what it does is supplements education so that students can either get the resources that they need, whether it's access to additional teachers and support staff, things like that. So that's what you can use your Title I funding for. And so they are I don't want to say they're slashing it in half, but it's it's a lot of money being cut. And then people are upset about teachers not being able to teach kids how to read, but they're also going to cut Title II funding, which is responsible for teacher PD. So if we want teachers to be able to teach better, they need to be developed to do that. But we're going to have less funds to do that. And let me tell you right now, these science and reading trainings are not cheap. They are not cheap.
Yeah, they're like 25, how much is it?
More.
How much?
More than that. More. It depends. If somebody is doing
staff, you got to buy it for.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of times it's either school-based or district-based. I mean, we're talking about upwards of $100,000.
No, we just did it for K through 5 here in our district for every teacher, and gave the teachers a $5,000 stipend for completing it.
Exactly. So it's not just the training itself.
Right.
It's also paying the teachers, paying for the curricula and the training materials. Like all of that is costly. And those things are being cut. Also, another thing that's being cut, Title IV funding. Title IV funding goes into student activities, making students well-rounded. So you think about enrichment, after school activities, after school clubs, sports, all of that is being cut. So it's the stuff that they tried to cut before without actually going through the proper procedures, and they're actually trying to cut it in the proposed budget.
What do you think the rationale is here with regards to where do you is this driving charter schools? Is it for profit institutions because we're going to make public schools suck so bad and you don't want to send your kid there because they don't have anything anyway? What do you think that is the move there?
Bro, folks have been running away from public education since integration. We're just seeing, we're just seeing.
That's why the inception of private school started in the first place.
Exactly. So, right, and then you get the inception of charters to take care of the folks that can't afford the privates. So it's all about divesting from the public school system. That's the goal, and they've been doing it successfully for the last 30-40 years. And the birth of it really started when they started grading schools. As soon as they started grading schools, that was the beginning of being able to deem one school failing or not. And once you were able to do that, then you were able, because school really used to be about individual success. But look where you're at now. It's sad. I think, and the reality is a lot of us got a hand to play in it too, ourselves. When we choose to support certain things or not, or just kind of roll with, well, this is what looks better. I think there are things about like charters that in particular, and even private, I would even say private, there's things that public school need to be learning, like from everybody, especially around branding, marketing, facilities, like I mean, like for real, like customer experience, like it's a lot to be learned.
Right? So I think that they don't run schools like they're a business. Charter schools run schools, private schools run schools like they're a business. We want people to come here. We know that it brings value. But it is, when we cut those, John Lopez says, look what happened with No Child Left Behind. When that appeared, students lost out on science, art, music, and social studies in the name of test scores. And we go under this fake guise of rigor, especially with our younger kids, where we're like pushing those kids super hard. They're not even learning socialization skills. It's just like you're testing them at the youngest age now. And then when they get to high school, I don't know about you, Shiv, not much has changed. It's like basically the same game it ever has been, except for the test scores, right? So we take away so-called specials, and then we give kids like test prep instead, or you got an extra English class because you tested below level or whatever, so you don't get to go to gym today or whatever.
And the nastiest part about it is people will say, oh, the private schools are better, but they don't even test, bro. Like that's the part. They don't even test, bro.
They don't even test, and they also don't provide accommodations or modifications for students with disabilities.
And they will kick you out in a second for behavior, and then where you going to end up? Back at the
charter schools too, right?
Charter schools still got to test. They still got to test though.
No, they
still got to test.
Still test.
Yeah. But the fact that the private schools don't have to test, like, so all right, so what are we comparing then? In regards to outcome,
money. At the end of the day, it all comes down to money.
Yeah, well, it's going to affect your funding. Yeah, but I wasn't saying charter schools have to test, but like we'd start a school year with 150 freshmen, and then by the time they were seniors, we'd have like 80 to 100 dudes left, and because people would act up, and you give them enough chances, and then they would just like, this is too hard. We're just going to get rid of this kid. So.
I got to clarify for people, right? So in charter schools in different states function differently. So for example, I worked in Pennsylvania at a charter school, and charter schools in Pennsylvania are their own, what we call LEA, local education agency. So basically they function as their own district. Then there are other states who where you have public charters that they are a part of the district. So there are certain things they have autonomy over. However, like the kicking the kids out thing is not as simplistic as it is if you're kicking a kid out of a district. So like, it really just depends on like where you are, like states like Pennsylvania, Arizona. I even think like, New York City, like those places, like those charter schools, they function as their own district. I think Texas as well, but then there are certain states where you have public charters and they function within the district or the local education agency. Go on.
Yeah.
Two different.
Well done, Mel.
I always try to clarify that because people are like, oh, charters, and I'm like, actually, no, you're wrong.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Gosh, I mean, I'm so curious to see where this goes, and it just seems to change with every administration. And it's like, can we bounce back from this stuff? Does it get so far gone that it's like you can't bounce back from it?
It's already gone.
Yeah.
Like I look at like the city of Atlanta. We have in the 1970s, we had like 100,000 kids in our district, right? And today we have about 47,000 kids in the district. So we went from 100,000 to 47,000, yet the city has grown from the 1970s up until now. So it's not that we have less people, it's that we have less people choosing to put their kids in the system. So, but then you look at like how many privates exist, how many charters exist, and all of that. And then you realize like, wow, like, it's more kids being educated in the city of Atlanta, but they're not being educated by the city of Atlanta. And that is a product of state laws, federal laws. That is a product of, lopsided development in a lot of, in our city, which I'm sure is the same in a lot of other metropolitan areas as well. And so like, I hate to say it, but we are getting to the day where like conversations around school consolidations, closures, all that kind of stuff is going to become more normal and more regular in more places, because like there's just this huge divestment that has happened for a long time from our schools. And then you mix that with lack of affordability in cities. So now you got more people living in cities, but less families living in cities.
Yep. And less people having kids, because
or waiting way longer.
Yeah.
Right. Like last year was the first year ever that women over the age of 40 had more children than teens. What?
Wow.
Yeah. So like that's where we're getting to. Like I think, I just hate to say it, but I think we're kind of at a new reality around education. And I wonder if when the political tides change, folks have the goal to like really stick it to folks to write this thing.
You know, I think this is a very interesting conversation too when you start having kids. And then you look at your public school and think like, we homeschooled our kids my daughter was homeschooled for 3 years, my son for 5, but that's because it bumped up to COVID. And I was like, I ain't sending it to virtual school. So it is when you have your own kids and you see the state of like your public school where you live. So we lived as part of an intentional community. Me and all my friends moved to like this pretty tough neighborhood to kind of just try and be good neighbors. And at the height, I think we had like 50 or 60 people that lived there. And it was great when we moved in, like with this idea. But then when it was like time to send your kid to school and you saw the school and it was run like a jail, it was like, I don't know if I want to send my kids here. Like, do we want to move? Like, what do we do now? And sent my kid there, had a horrific experience. And I mean, Brody was in 5th grade and on a kindergarten reading level. And they were like, nah, he'll catch up. It's good. We're good. And it was crazy. So like when you are a parent and you do see those things, I understand what you're saying, Shiv, but there's this other part of me that's like, man, when it's your kid, like, where are you going to send them? What are you going to do? You know,
that's real. That is why like the charters become very appealing to folks, even when sometimes, a lot of times their outcomes are not better, right? Like it's that at least it's something new. At least the building looks safe and clean. At least, it looks like these folks care, right? Like my kids coming home with the name of the school across their chests on a t-shirt and they feel good about it. Like that's how we end up here. Honestly, that's how we end up here. Because to your point, I think there's, look, the customer experience, the culture, the climate, all of the things, like it matters so much. And I think it gets lost too often, like how easy some of the small things are to get right and how much of an impact they make. Like I remember walking in the Ferris Academy for the first time where Dr. Travis Brown, his school out in the Bronx, right? In the South Bronx of New York.
That joint is beautiful.
It's the freaking South Bronx.
It's the South Bronx, and you would never expect what it looks like inside.
Okay,
like,
you walk up in that school and you like, oh, and the school was a parking garage. Okay, the school was a parking garage, and you walk in there and it's murals everywhere. You walk in there, there's 3D art all over the walls. Like your background, CJ, is like vibes for like every corner of that school. Like that's an intentionality that you just don't see, right? Especially at a public offered school. No. And so and could they make the choice? Hell yeah, they could make the choice. Like we do school renovations and spend $60-90 million. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. You telling me we can't razzle dazzle the decor a little bit better? We can't be a little bit more intentional about not
Shiv, like we won't even let teachers put thumbtacks in their walls or tape on their wall because good Lord, you can't fix that.
We ain't gonna paint them again.
No. But every year they make you take all your stuff down because we might paint this. We're gonna paint. We're gonna clean. Better take all your stuff off your walls. Yeah. It's funny. The school that I'm at now, the head of school is kind of I tell her this all the time. She's nutty, but in the best possible way. And she tells the parents someone asked, why are the hallways all white? She goes, you want to change them? Paint them. And the parents came in and painted. They had to run it by the school, like get the board to approve of what they were going to do. But then they just paid for it. And it's like, I think it takes a certain kind of leadership that's willing to do that. When I think of dudes like Hamish Brewer, like he just ran at his school and had graffiti artists come in and do all kinds of fun stuff. And like, they did all kinds of cool things in that school, but you need a leadership that's willing to push for that and sees the value in it, because it changes. What it changes is the culture of your school, where it's like, yeah, I go somewhere that I want to be. I go somewhere where I feel seen. I go somewhere where I can look around and there's murals that say things about who I am in my community, and it's fun. Like, it's just looks more fun than, an insane asylum from the 1800s, man. But I'm going to segue us.
I do want to elevate before we switch on. I do want to elevate though that look, there is privilege in that some communities have less school trauma than others, right? Like there are some folks where like mama did not have a good experience in school. Dad didn't have a good experience in school. Grandparents didn't have a good experience in school. School was oppressive and suppressive towards them. And they have imparted that energy on the kid. So the idea for them to come in and help beautify the school is the last damn thing that they're going to be signing up to do, because they already talk about, them teachers didn't like me back in the day. And them like it's folks who talk like that at home, and it's kids who unfortunately, like, they kind of come with a pre-diagnosis of what school is and isn't, that ain't fair to, to the school experience. So there are some folks, man, the communities are not, unfortunately not wrapping their arms around the school in that same kind of way.
Nope.
All right, we'll just segue, my bad.
What do we do about this, Lex?
Well, that was my last question as we, start to wrap up. But when we know like this impending doom and like like all of the hope that you have to kind of hold on to as an educator, on top of all of the things that, we have to take in. We have to take in different behaviors. With all these funding cuts means larger class sizes, less support for like, when you have kids with special needs or disabilities or, special ed teachers that are very hard to come by now, because why would I sign up to get paid nothing or not get paid extra? And I'm doing all this work plus the IEP work. Like, where does balancing like all of the hard come with the joy and the work that we do? Like, where is that balance for us in the mix? Because sometimes it's very hard to see the way out, and then that develops burnout, and then people like great teachers just leave. And then that's another factor adding to it, is that I'm not going to send my kid to a public school because they're just hiring anybody off the street now, and it's chaos. And we can't find anybody because they pay more over here, or teachers are just not like, it's hard. And teachers are tired. Like, I'm tired. It's day 4. I'm tired.
Yeah. I think when like the first week of school back, or even the first like couple weeks, is like getting back in the gym after you fell off the wagon.
Oh yeah.
Like, you got to get your endurance back up. Like, you got to get your teacher legs back up under you. Like there is a part of that. So you're going to day nap. You're going to do like all the things in this first week, especially you, because you be out there getting it like a Jamaican. Okay. Like, you just got 59 jobs. So like, yeah, I think, yeah.
That's that makes it
beef and groceries.
But that makes it so much
more. I went to the grocery store, got like 3 things, and my bill was like $70. I was like, yo, wait a minute. I had to look at the receipt. Like,
did you buy eggs? That's the problem.
No, beef,
coffee,
ground beef for like a thing of this was $15.99.
What is it? Salmon? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy out here.
We fast a lot in our house now.
A thing of coffee
really
was like $30. Like, I was like, $30? That's how much that costs? Like, crazy.
No.
For the Dunkin'
drinking Folgers. You're a moment away from chock full of nuts is what's happening.
Bro, like, I don't
instant.
Know. Like, yeah, just put some
guy
Folgers. Loving in an instant. all this stuff. I think it's the reason that it's so important to be around people, because your whole school's not going to change things all the time, right? But like you can be around different educators and it changes stuff. And I think that's why people should come to KnowledgeCon LA. Because you can,
you stole my thunder, CJ.
Get your school to shift. Get your school to pay for it, man. Like, it's, and then,
spend it while it's here.
What's that?
Spend it while it's here.
Yeah, for real, right? But every vet teacher knows that. Like, if they give you a little bit of money for something in the beginning of the year, you better spend it right away, because it's not going to be there after Christmas, because they figured out they need something else. But they, getting that cash, and then even incentivizing, like, yo, go back to your school with what you learned, and you run like a mini PD or something like that, or give a presentation and bring that back to everyone else. But what are someone remind me of the dates?
January 17th and 18th. See, I was ready.
Yes.
In Los Angeles, California.
Hit it. What else? How can people save money, Mel?
People can save money by using the code RULES, RULES.
Yes.
No,
and it's not case sensitive. You can use it however you want.
However you want to use it, right? You can type it like a ransom letter if you want. But I recommend folks tap in for. I had quite a few folks reach out to me, especially seeing like the post about the Black Male Educator panel with Principal Capelle, Dr. McKeezy. Who else we got on there? Principal Akbar. Myself, I'm going to be moderating the panel. I think like the opportunity to have some of the conversations that are going to be had there are like the real value add. Like a lot of times we go to some of these different conferences and there's like this feeling of like, I've heard a lot of these same topics before. Nobody's really talking about the stuff that really impacts the type of environment that I work in. This is where I think we kind of hit a sweet spot with this. And then you're talking about a place where you get to really, it's not so crowded that you can't talk to people, where you can't interact with the panelists and whatnot. Like this is going to be a much more intimate vibe. And so like for my folks who are going to be select few to be the first, like on this movement, right? Like you're going to be the one who 5 years from now, 6 years from now, you're going to be like, yo, I remember I was at the first KnowledgeCon. It wasn't even 1,000 people there. It was so lit. It was so cool. Now look at this. It's 50,000 people here and I can't even get to the stage anymore. Right. So like you want to be that person who's like, yo, I was there from day one. This is your opportunity to do it. Go and get your ticket.
Yes.
Yeah. That intimacy, that access to folks of like, you've been watching someone online, you've seen them on whether it was on Rules to Engagement or it was on something else, and like to be able to say hello, to get, that even just around that energy, man, it changes you. Like I know when we came back from taping the show, man, if that was the school year, like I'd been on fire feeling going back to that, right? Like it was, you just get so energized by that. And then you want to go back and make those changes and start painting your hallways and wearing whatever you want, no matter what.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, anything else? Anything else you don't want to get off without talking? We had a whole list of things to talk about, but as usual, we got through about 3 of them. Jen would have been like, y'all better hurry up.
Where's Jen when you need her?
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we I don't want to leave anyone with a I wish I'd said this.
No, I just listen. I just really want people to seriously though. Like January is like right around the corner. Take the opportunity seriously to look into getting a ticket to come out to LA to hang out with us for KnowledgeCon. Like that. That I think is like keeping the main thing. Us being able to curate like a space for us to get together is going to be lit. Little pregame for my Atlanta people. I am organizing like a teacher outing event.
When is it?
So I haven't picked a date yet. I did today secure a very, very fire location. Is it
canoeing or what do you guys know?
It's gonna be rooftop.
Oh,
even has a pool. You know what I'm saying? Full restaurant, full situation. It's gonna be lit. But like a adult game night. we're gonna call it recess. You know, that'll be the first recess, and hopefully we can have a recess out there in LA. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like having these spaces for educators to be able to get together and share space physically, like it's time. Like COVID did a number on us. It's time for us to have our outside spaces. So I'm looking forward to like seeing what we can build. I see KnowledgeCon as a part of like that ecosystem of like, yo, this is one for the real ones, for all the real ones that feel like you needed a real one conference. You needed a real one convention.
You gotta come through.
Yeah, you gotta come through.
And it's tech, culture, wellness, and innovation all wrapped up. It's not going to be like nothing y'all have ever been to. So we need you in the building.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have my best Teacher Bay outfit on too. So, you know, be ready. I'll be ready. Yeah, I'm going right over to Ross after this. And I'm gonna find something.
Shivy, you and CJ can match.
I'm gonna have on. Look, I'm on the Hoosh Daddy. I'm gonna give him some thighs.
Oh, I know. I know. I done already seen what's going to happen.
Listen, I ain't got no hate for the Teacher Bays out there. You know what I'm saying? All my folks who want to.
There you go. Y'all have a great night.
That's it.
Stay connected. Follow us on all platforms. Make sure you're following KnowledgeCon. Make sure you're following Rules to Engagement. And just stay connected. Be safe out there, and remember to stay grounded in who you are. Enjoy and love. And we'll see y'all next month. Okay.
That's it. Peace.
Teacher Bay.